last, have a tough success. No looking back. Game like I open my chest. We only pray for more M's while you hope for the best. We make these plays, man, I'm finessing these checks. Time's up for everybody, I'm collecting Odets. And I swear the champagne just tastes better on jets. I'm just out here being great, man. This is realistic. I put my team in position. They making a killing. Blue faces straight to the center. Bottles of the ace when they send till it ain't enough space to fit them good.
Cup up on my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go up. Higher than the highest skyscraper. Now we'll hit to the green major. The proof is in the paper.
You know.
We put the good in the good in the good life.
The good life.
The good in the good in the good life.
I said the good life.
The bad in the past, now we alright.
We alright.
Damn right, from the bottom we rise so high. Now we cut the skylights. We building an empire. We owe it up to each other. Just look at us right now. Destined, we so good right now. Legend. Here's to you and I. Raise them to the sky. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life.
All right, real quick. I need to see in the chat real quick. If you have made money in the last 2 sessions, I want to see it real quick in the chat. I want to see profit. I want to see how much money you've made in the last 2 sessions.
Off, guys, drop a 777 in the chat box if you can hear me loud. Let's go. We are excited. I'm blessed and highly favored. Happy Tuesday. Do apologize about the confusion. You know, you guys have some big fat profits tonight, right? As always, guys, past profits depict future results. This is all for entertainment purposes only. We are not here to give financial advice. However, if you do make some money alongside with us, you got lucky. So a few things real quick, guys, before we get started here, I want to go ahead and let everybody know this. I mean, drop a 3 chat box. If this is the first time you're on the session, if you're brand new, if you're a guest, if you're invited here and you've never been on, welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you all like crazy for being here. And I hope you guys really enjoy what we put together for you today. So I don't want to take up too much time, guys. I just want to talk about something that's very, very important that just came on my desk, guys. Keep an eye out on the chat. Make sure to move any nonsense. I'm glad to share my screen here. Go ahead and announce our very first event for 2026, ladies and gentlemen, our Go Diamond Summit. Tickets are on sale right now. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat box for you guys right now as well, because you need to secure your tickets for this event ASAP, ladies and gentlemen, because this is your chance to put yourself in a position to win. Okay, guys, the link for you guys is literally going to be akashex.com/events. And you want to go ahead and get your ticket for the Go Diamond Summit. Look, I want to tell you guys something very powerful about events. You know, when I first got started in the trading industry, and especially in this industry, I remember particularly going to my very first event and understanding that when I got to that event, you know, I thought I was locked in and bought in before I got there. But once I got to the event, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to rub shoulders with some of the most powerful people in my life at that time. I was able to meet multiple 6 and 7 figure earners in the industry. I was able to talk to, you know, profitable traders and incredible mentors and people who literally do this every single day. And it was such a life changing moment for me. And honestly, if I did not put myself in a position to go to that event 5 years ago, I would not be where I am today. So this event, guys, is going to be the most pivotal moment in your entire career on your trading journey. Guys, tickets are only $25. It's going to be in South Florida, and you really deserve to be there. And what's really exciting about this event is literally on the Monday after this event, on the 16th, we're setting sail on the very first Akashex cruise ever. So if you're not part of our community, I want you to understand that once you start trading, automatically you end up starting to travel a lot more, but you don't do it alone. We do it together as a community. So guys, if you're coming to this Go Diamond Summit, I want to see you guys drop a 111 in the chat box if you're going to commit to get to this event. I want to see who's going to be at this event, because guys, we have to pack this out wall to wall. We need like 500 people at this event, which means every single one of you on this call, you need to absolutely be there. This event is going to be absolutely legendary, life-changing, and you get to sit down and talk to Matthew Thayer, Garrett Roberts, Dr. China, Karab, Preston, Arabella, Rich, all of these incredible leaders inside our community. You'll meet Savannah, you'll meet Xavier, you'll see all these different people, Skylar, and I'm forgetting all the leaders. You'll meet Shaquille and, you know, Brandon Stringer, and all these amazing people will be here at this event to pour into you. So it's very, very important that you head over, get your tickets ASAP, and get yourself in that room ASAP. Because guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be a revolutionary weekend. You absolutely deserve to be there, and I can't wait to see all of you guys. So for everybody who dropped the 111 in the chat box, I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm going to get myself out of the way. I'm super excited to see you in Southern Florida. Maddie, my brother, I'll pass it back over to you, bro. Let's get paid, baby.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Amazing, man. I'm super excited, guys, for the event in Florida. We've done a couple different events through the years, and I believe that this is really going to be one that we've ever done, just because of where we are at as a company and just how much momentum and energy and culture that's being created, you know, just inside of this platform, and how many people are just having fun. And what better place to go out there? You guys have a ton of fun, and just continue what we got going on here, guys. And you know, right, you know, this is a fun session. This is where, you know, you guys can participate and potentially, if you're using your own accounts, be able to make some money. Because here's what we're going to do: we're going to look at the market, we're going to look for some potential trade setups. You're going to be able to potentially see some profits. So guys, I'm excited. I'm going to open up the chat here for just 1 second. Been on this before, just a little bit of an inside look of what's really going on here, guys. I'm gonna open up this chat, and I just broke because we got over 400 on this call, and I know that we've about 13 trades in the last 2 weeks, and I think we've lost maybe 1 or 2. So I want to see how much profit you've made in the last 2 weeks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. See right here. Drop it in the chat. Let's see. We got $1,894. $500. We got $2,400. We got 1.2K. We got 16. Absolutely incredible, right? And honestly, guys, that is just a very, very small look of what's actually going on all over the world. This is a very small look at how company is, because if you've been able to get on Preston's morning and then at the top, Pulse knocked it out of the park, and then we got Rich Vandega as well. Just been actually crushing the market, guys. And those guys are going to be tonight to trade alongside. So if you guys have been on their session, you know how they trade, get ready for, have fun today. And we're going to get in and out of the bag. But guys, what I'm going to do really quick, actually going to go through different things. Awesome. Okay, cool. Co-hosts, if you guys want to turn the chat on, turn it off here and there, you guys can go ahead and do that as we go, so that people can have to be able to explain to you guys what we're going to basically be trying to do. So if someone sees a potential trade setup, all-night session, we're going to give you guys the pair first. So if I was to ever see a trade, I really like to trade USJPY, and I also would like to Euro USD. So what that just means, guys, as you can see on the screen here, USJPY just basically means that $1 US is going to equal a certain amount of Japanese yen. So if I just go over to the pair USDJPY, you guys can see right now that $1 is equal to 156 almost 300 Japanese yen. Now that number, it's going to fluctuate all throughout tonight, and it fluctuates really, 5 days a week, from Sunday at 4 o'clock my time till Friday at 4 o'clock my time. And what we need to do is we need to predict which way that number is going to go. Now, obviously, there's only two options, right? The number is either going to go up, or the number is going to, obviously go down. Now, what is we use our strategies, we look at market, and then we just predict which way we believe it's going to go. So if we do see potential for, let's say, a sell, we're going to let you know, hey, here's the pair, USDJPY. This is the number that we're seeing, right? So if I saw the number right now, I'd say, hey, guys, at 156.3, let me just zoom in here real quick so you guys can see a little bit better. I might say, hey, guys, at 156.330 or 350, go ahead, go in for a sell. Now, you just wait for the number, right, to 156.350 to show, and then you're going to go ahead, guys, and you're going to select this little sell button down here. So we have two options, right? We have a sell and we have a buy. Now, if I say it's going to go down, I'm looking for a sell. If I think it's going to go up, you want to take it for a buy. So if you hear us say, hey, USDJPY at X number, we're going to go in for a sell, you just want to make sure, one, you have the right pair selected. Two, you know what direction that we believe it's going to go. And then three, guys, don't over leverage your account. Now, for every $500 that you guys have inside of your account, leverage a 0.08, no more than that. Just because here's the deal. Obviously, we don't win every single trade that we take, right? We're not magicians. We're not, we're not magic. We can't predict every single trade to go the right way. Do we win more than we lose? Of course. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. So, but here's the deal. If we lose a trade and you decide to leverage too much, now you have to win that back. Now, we have to win several trades in order to win that money back. So what we try to do is we just try to do something which is called proper risk management. So just make sure, guys, that you're not over leveraging your account, because if you follow proper risk and you do follow the rules, guys, you're going to have a better experience. And I'm going to show you really quick how you guys can still be conservative. You guys can still have a longer term vision and be successful, right? I'm going to show you how you can take a $500 account and become a multi-millionaire inside of the market. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to execute a trade, right? I'm just going to execute this specific trade as just an example. Please do not take this trade. This is not a real trade, guys. I just want to be able to show you how to execute the trade. So I have 0.08 lots put in the middle here. Again, don't do anything more than 0.08 on any of your guys' accounts for every $500 you guys have. Now, if we give you a stop loss and take profit, this is where you're going to put it in. There's an arrow on the top of this little box right here. So let me just close this out real quick. I'm going to zoom back in so you guys can see. So in this box, you can see the lots, you can see the seller, the buy, and then this little arrow right here. This is where you're going to be able to put in the stop loss. And you're going to take profit. So let's just pretend, guys, I told you to go in at that 156.350. Let's just say we wanted to take profit at 536.000, right? Just for example. Is if the market goes up, right? Since I'm saying it's going to go down, it would hit this point, guys, and I would lose the maximum. I'd lose $4 on this specific trade. Now, if it goes the direction that I wanted, right? If I set a sell, it goes in the right direction, it's going to take me out at this point right here, and I'd make $17 right, on a 0.08. Now, obviously, on a forex trade a little bit more than 0.08, but normally what we're probably going to do is either NOS 100, US 30, or gold, which I will leverage anything than 0.08 of the trade right now. Now I'm leveraging literally, a max of $4 that I could lose on this specific trade. So I don't care what happens, right, guys? This is just an example for you guys to be able to see. Now, as the market moves, you're going to be able to see the number down here, potentially going to profit. Now, once you see profit, guys, it's you. If you like the profit made, you can close the trade, guys. You don't have to wait for us to tell you to close the trade. You guys can close it anytime. As soon as you see profits, you are happy with your profits, go ahead and take the trade. Give you an idea of what we're going for, but at the end of the day, guys, if you're happy and you like the trade that you saw and you see the profits that you're happy with, go ahead. You guys can close that trade. Now, if you ever hear us say something like move your stop loss to break even, what that means is basically, guys, where you see the stop loss here, you just go ahead and you just can move this right down to enter. But now the market has to be, right? The market has to be going in the right direction. So let's just say, hypothetically, this trade is profit. I would move my stop loss, guys, into basically what's called even. So that way I do. That's what we mean by move your stop loss into break even. You might hear that. So just, guys, make sure sell, but move on. I want to know that this makes sense. Go ahead, guys, type 111 in the chat if that makes sense, and if you guys are good to go, and I can continue here. I want to see 111 in the chat, guys, really, really quick. This is the hardest part of the whole entire night, right? This is a little bit confusing, especially if you guys are completely brand new, guys. This can be just a little bit confusing. Now, for me tonight, there are any brokers that you guys can use. Whoever invited you on, ask whoever invited you guys tonight. For my purpose, I'm just using Pips Markets. It's one that I'm using, but you guys can use whatever you want. Like I said, just get back to the person that invited you and they'll help you do that. Now, I have one more question. If I could show you guys today how to go from $500 to over $2.2 million being a terrible trader, Would you want to hear that? Yes or yes? If I could show you how to go from $500 and still be a terrible trader and still go into 2.2 million, guys, I need to see yes or yes, right? Of course, right? When I first got started, guys, I was like everybody else. I didn't know what I was doing. I sucked. I remember my very first session, guys, I hopped on like this. The guy that was talking was going really, really fast. And when I started looking at the charts, I'm like, man, this looks like Chinese. I'm never learning this. I was a C&D student, guys, and I really had a hard time paying attention in class. So when it came to trying to learn something new, I was like, there's just no possible way. And it was very difficult, but I stuck with it. And once I did learn how to trade, guys, I wanted to become the simple guy. I wanted to be able to teach this in a very, very broken down way. And that's kind of how I'm going to treat you guys tonight. I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to show you how to do this, how I wish I would have been taught on day one. See, I want you guys to be able to walk this session and be able to know exactly move your trade into break even, and kind of what should you risk on a specific trade, like what is a currency pair and things like that. But now I want to give you guys the roadmap. I want to give you guys the path, the vision, and how you guys can really become successful. See, when I first started, teaching people, I used to do something called the $500 to $5,000 challenge. So basically, most people, when they start their funded account, they do something like $500 deposit, right? They start with $500, and on a perfect day, on a very, very perfect day, where nothing goes wrong, everything's perfect. I used to go for 8%, 4 days a week, right? Which is crazy. I mean, if you really think about it, guys, that's 32% a week. But I used to do it very, very aggressively, right? On a 500 to 5K challenge, I mean, that's what, 1,000% increase, in 1 month. So I mean, that's unheard of. But I'm playing with $500. Like I wasn't going for the slow road. So, but I had a rule, because if I break this down for you guys, right, if to go from 500 to 5K in 30 days, so 30 days, this is what it would look like. So 500 to 5,000, but this is what day one looks like. You got to make $40. $40. You guys are probably going to see with Arabella tonight. So let's just, let's just pull up XAU USD, and let's just look at this for just a second. So let's just say, you do 0.08, and normally, how far does gold have to move in order for you to make bucks? Pips, 50 pips. That's $5 on gold, guys. That's a $5 move. I mean, guys, we've made a $5 move on gold several times. I mean, I remember the first session that we did, I think I caught like 180 pips in one move. I mean, how many of you guys in the chat, real quick, have made 50 pips on gold on any of these sessions? I need to see 50 in the chat. Just real quick, has anybody in here made 50? So you're telling me that all we got to do is we just got to see gold go $5. We got to see gold move $5 for us to make $40, right? In one trade. That's one trade. You could do a 0.04 and take 2 trades. You would make 40. That's day one. Now, if you do it in one, so be it. I'd be done for the day, right? I called it 8% day, guys, a perfect day, right? If I made 8%, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not trading anymore. I don't need to go anymore. I'm back another day. My next day after that, $46. Day after that, $50. And this is, guys, see, this is what compounding starts to do. We're not changing anything. All we're doing, guys, is as our account grows, again, a 0.08 for every 500. So once you're at 1,000, now you're at 0.16. You're able to risk a little bit. And as account continues to grow, guys, this is what it starts to look like. That same trade where we only made $40, now you're able to $372. So I hope starting, but again, if you make 8%, you're done for the day. But remember how I told you, I was like, what if you were terrible? Like, what if you were so bad at this? And it's because you've never done this before. And, it's just, you're terrible. So what I want people to do is I want them to try to average 3%. If you can just average 3%, because yeah, you might have an 8% day. One day you might have a 1% day, or you have a -% day. But over the course, guys, of a 208 session year, which is 4 days a week for 52 weeks, that's 208 total trading days. You could take your $500 account, guys, to 233,000. Now, day one, $15, right? We're going for 40 for a $5 move on gold, which is nothing crazy. And all you gotta do is make 15. You can make $15 today, guys, easy. 15.45 the next day, 15.91 the next day, 16.39 the next day, 16.88 the next day, 17.39, right? Halfway through the year, that same 3%, guys, again, now is $305. The same session where you only made 15, now you made 305. At the end of the year, that same $15 now is $6,830. Right? 3% average. But now, like I said, what if you're terrible? I want to show you guys in 3 years, make a 3-year commitment to be here 3 years from now. If you're here for the first time, be here just 3 years from today. Because let's just say this is your first year ever touching trading. Well, let's just go for 1%. And I'm sure that this is probably what a lot of you guys, you're on this path right now. See, with a $500, 1%, 4 days a week, still take your account, guys, from $500 to the end of the year, 12 months from now, still to $4,000. Now, I don't know about you guys. Another single investment in this where you put $500 in and come back 1 year from now and see $4,000 almost. Like, I'll wait. If you guys have something, I'll wait. You can tell me, but I'm telling you guys this right now. I just don't think it's possible. I've never seen it, and I just don't think it's going to happen. But here it's possible, because look at day one, $5. Day two, $5.05. Day three, $5.10. Day four, $5.15. What happens for most people is this is the road that they're on. And they're like 2 weeks in, they're like, man, I'm only making, $5.69. Like, that's not even enough gas money. And they're trading because they think that they have to use trading to live. The money that they have in their trading account is to use in order to quit their job tomorrow. No matter what, I'm just going to grow my account. They quit. But watch what happens, guys. Yes, when 1 year, you're going to go from that, $500, guys, to $3,961. Now, let's just say you take the $3,900, right? You take that, and then you just subtract $1,700 because you want to buy a Akashics for an entire year. You want to be able to go into year two with Akashics again. You want to be able to use the pulse. You want to be able to, you want to be able to get on the live sessions. You want to continue to be able to learn and be part of the community, right? To hold yourself accountable. And then let's just say, guys, average is 3%. But let's just say instead of 3%, you just got twice as good as you were as the first year. So instead of $500, though, in year two, you're going into there with, $2,261. And it's 1% because you're terrible. You don't know what you're doing. You're doing buys and sells, you're doing sells or buys. You're doing it wrong. At least, in year two, you got twice as better. Now, look what happens, though. In year two, you're able to take that $2,261 account, and you're able to take that, guys, over to a six-figure trading account. $100 and almost $40,000. Now, I need to ask every single one of you guys a question. In 2 years, trader, in 2 years, is it worth it? Is that worth it? I'm going to real quick. Is that right there? Yes or
I've kicked him out like 5 times already, so
Oh, okay.
he just keeps coming back.
All right. All right. So yeah, so in year 2, guys, you go to, $100, almost $40,000. And, let's just say, you got bills, right? And you have mortgages, you have car payments, you have credit cards, but you're going to go into year 3, you're going to take this 39,000 in year 3. Now you've never had this type of money before. This is life-changing money for you. So instead of going for that 2%, you're gonna be a little bit more conservative, right? Like you're still twice as good, but now